So here's some more evidence of some bodgery. To do this, to put a duplex kit on these engines, you have you got some quarter thread bolts that go down through here that hold this front plate on, and you swap them out for countersink screws. And as you can see, the countersink screws are in there, but they've been chiselled. Can you see that? So there's a bit of nastiness gone on there. You know, it's just evidence. I don't like it. I don't like to see it. There's a time and place for using a chisel. You usually get it off and then you replace it. But well, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not going to slag the bloke off, but whoever put it together. But looking at that, it doesn't look like he's actually countersunk the holes either. It's, obviously, if you're putting countersunk screws in, you should countersink the holes as well. But I'll have to see if I can get them out. Maybe he's worried that maybe he was worried that they would come out and decided to bash them around with a chisel, perhaps. Who knows? I'll just see if I can get them out in a minute and just see if he has countersunk the holes. Nah, there you go. That's one of the problems. Look, he's just wound it straight into a normal. I don't know. It's hard to say really. Maybe he has a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, I'll kind of carry on with this. Get this finished off. Get this stripped out, and we'll have a look. See what else we can find. Good fun. It's a bit weird, but it seems to run in circles. This we've got obviously myself doing this one, and SRE Jedi Knight. Mind you, who saw the? Did anybody see the? He put up the video of him at the club. Flipping out, that man can play a guitar. It's awesome. The band is brilliant. I really love listening to them. But isn't it odd now how I like these screwdrivers, which has got a slot you can put a spanner on. My hands are not as strong as they used to be. Anyway, yeah, no, did you see the video with Damien and his band? Awesome, really, really good. I love his music. I managed to sidetrack myself again then. So he, oh yeah, I was talking about engines. I think I was just going to talk about. Isn't it funny how things run in cycles? Got myself, Damien, Ziggy, all and Darren, all playing with engines at the moment. Working with engines at the moment. A bit odd, isn't it? How that works. So, but not for much longer. Once I got it stripped, and I know if I got to buy anything more, I need to do it today rather than, because otherwise I'm going to run out of time for buying any bits for Christmas next week. So, who's looking forward to Christmas? I am. Who can remember the silliest Christmas song? At school we used to do one. See if Martin and PDQ and Neil can remember singing the different take on We Three Kings, which was something like we three kings are one on a motorbike, one in a car, one on a scooter blowing his hooter. Oh, I love that. Used to be done in the school. We used to have school assemblies and we used to have to sing the school hymns, and would always be the rebels who would sing that instead of the real song, real words. Okay, so front plate. This one also has the engine mountings on. As you can see, excuse me, there's a little shim. Sometimes there's a stack of shims. Just on the bottom of the crankshaft, look. I guess it's a case of dodgy machining at the factory. Needing to make sure that the bottom pulley comes out past the end of the crankshaft. So we'll take them stack of shims off anyway. I've got the woodruff key out, it'd be helpful. Excuse me for sniffing again. So don't want to use too much force on that, I don't want to gouge anything. So I have a tendency to put things together. If they come off in one lump, they go back together. They stay together on my bench together for the same. I must have had a bit of a brain fart, guys, because I forgot something important before I go stripping it completely. I wanted to check what the end float was on the crankshaft. Just in here, if I try and point them out to you with a clean screwdriver. On the centre of the main cap you can see there's the thrust washers just there. There's the tab for each side of the thrust washer for the end float for the crankshaft. Well, I was going to check it before I stripped it so I knew where we are, if I need to buy some thrust washers for it. I've got the DTI, I've got metric DTI. My book of knowledge tells me that the end float, sorry, being an idiot here, should be, where are we? Right, the end float, all capacity, crankshaft end float, all capacities 2 to 3 thou. Okay, so I've got myself set up. I've got some pre-tension on the DTI, and the bloody lights, can I turn this light off? La 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 la. Well, that didn't help. So I've got some got it set at 0 with some pre-tension on, and basically not too aggressively, but stick a screwdriver between the front and the back caps just gently, and rock the crankshaft backwards and forwards, and you should see some end float. Now obviously we're measuring how much end float, and I've gone past 0 a bit. Looking at about 0.011 of a mil. So it's rocking right till it stops. Not putting loads of force on it, but enough to, you know, at the end of the day it's got to, you've got to have some clutch pressure etc on it, so it's going to have a fair bit of force against it. And because I'm crap at maths, I've got my digital vernier. My eyes aren't good enough to see a manual one anymore unless I wear my glasses, and I always forget where my glasses are. So set that back up onto metric. I'll say it was about 11. Just get it down on 11. We're talking small amounts here. So we've got about 4 thou, 4.5 thou. Make sure I'm still at 11 yet. So we've got about 4.5 thou, so 1.5 thou. I mean, is 1.5 thou enough to worry about? Well, 3 is its outer limit, so. And feeler gauges. Can you see that? Made in the USA. Now that, so we're talking 3 thou. That's a 2.5 thou feeler gauge. You'd wrap your turkey in that, to be honest. So anyway, thrust washers come in various sizes, obviously, so the only way I can decide without having to buy loads of thrust washers and keep trying them in there is take the thrust washers out completely, bolt it all back together, do the same measurement again, and then deduct the overall amount. Anyway, so there we are. So that's how I do the end float. You can put feeler gauges down the back, but I don't think it's quite accurate on these engines. There's a 25, the 2.5 thou one. You can put feeler gauges down the back, but again, I'm not sure it's that accurate. Not sure if I've got a 4 thou feeler gauge on there. No, it jumps up after that. Jumps from 4 to 9, so that's from 3 to 9, I think. Try and set you down where I'm not going to fall over. Just make sure. No, not 6. No 4 in amongst them. But there's a 1.5 mil one. It literally is tinfoil thickness. So, but if the book says 2 to 3, then 2 to 3 it should be, I suppose. Alright guys, catch you later. Talk about the wonder of technology. I didn't know I could get, I've seen some guys with their laptops out in the garage, and here's C-Dell doing his putting his trim pieces on. So I've got to catch up with the videos. Hooray! So no excuse now, guys. I can watch and work. There you go, Ruben, you're up on the wall, mate. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm going to be taking the crank back out. Sorry guys. Taking the crank out and the camshaft. I'll get ready and I'll give you a shout in a minute. Oh, there we got a bit of stone furball on in the background there. So I'm using the cordless drill as was advised, and it's yeah, works a treat. RZ Goblin, or RZ Goblin, he suggested that one, so thank you, sir. Didn't even occur to me for some reason. Back to my dad again. Used to say a tool was for what it was meant for. But he caught me. What have I got one in here? He caught me using one of these for a hammer. So yeah, he wasn't happy. Anyway, this we very kindly provide little lugs, if you can see that there, on each main bearing cap to get your pry bar or screwdriver underneath. So just give it a little lift. Well, some smelly oil in here. I reckon it might have got hot, maybe. I wouldn't recommend just getting in there and whacking all up one side. Just give it, otherwise you'll be bending stuff. Crankshaft's looking good. I wanted to show you this scroll end I was muttering about earlier. Looks like Bill's been opening some post. Yeah, I'll just show you this before I take the crank out. So you've got basically got this scroll. You don't have an oil seal at all. It's just a scroll that as soon as and you can see the shape in the top of the rear plate. So the idea is the oil, any oil that comes from the main hits this thrower, and hits this thrower here, and any that escape that and get in behind the scroll turns oil back, heads it back towards the engine again, with the theory that none ever reaches the end and gets out. That's the an Archimedes screw in it. That's the effect. But they've got to be it's got to be a good fit. So we'll looks pretty good at the moment. But like I said, I'll there are some marks on there. So what I'll do is I'll get a little bit of lead solder and bolt it together and just see what sort of a gap we have got, whilst I'm listening to my mate Bill. Find the lead first, solder. I just used a really really thin stuff.
If you want this, just PM me and I'll send it to you, dude. Hell, I don't know, I might even drive you one and bring it to you.
So just drop it in there. On some of the blocks for these engines or for these cars, like I said before, it was they're fitted to they're fitted in bug-eyed sprites, frog-eyed sprites, and well, lots of Austin cars, MGs. Apparently the more ingenious guys tend to make up a little catch tray or that sort of thing on the back of the engine, catch oil. They just expect it to catch it, expect it to leak, so they treat it accordingly, you know. So. I'm just going to pinch it down. I'm not going to torque it, but got a really pretty good feel. Once is
Girl, I really do think you know. And yeah, whenever I start doing some videos,
once it's tight, it's tight. So
I will let you know.
might find that hasn't squeezed the lead at all.
Appreciate it.
Because I need to do it. Definitely need to do a repair.
I don't think I understand that. If nobody never. Do something that I said I'd never do on YouTube, but I'm gonna do it. So I just wanted to tell
There we
you
go.
face to face that thank you, girl. And yeah, Mark, you see that? I have got that little ball.
The fingers are too big.
Alright guys, well, thank you again, and
Yes.